Welcome to the Master Circle interview series. The following clips are from 5 different men and will give you an idea of some of the gems that will be presented within each interview. This is my list of the greatest minds on attraction, seduction, and self. Every month we'll be giving you access to the most private affairs and experience of who I consider to be the best in attracting women. I hope you enjoy the clips.
And I'm like, I look actually forward to being rejected because then that's what molds me. Then I can go back and understand try to find a lesson in that and learn and then grow as a person and build and go like, okay, you know, we are defined by the way that we deal with things, you know? If we are in fear and we run from things, we're never gonna learn that lesson. So to me, rejection, it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing, you know? And I stopped being afraid of being rejected. And when I stopped being afraid of it is when it started just pouring in, man.
As a woman that you find attractive that walks by, you gotta throw something out there at them. You might miss, you might hit, you know what I mean? It's spontaneous. She has a nice dress on, you let her know, hey, God, you look great in that dress. She got a nice pair of shoes on. If you can tell it in a high-end place, you let her know, hey, you spend a lot of money on them shoes. In other words, you say, God, those shoes are hot. You look great in them shoes.
Okay, and you say it all the time.
Well, believe it or not, women want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? They went out, they worked hard, they spent that paycheck on them shoes. They want you to talk about them.
Or someone else's paycheck.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. However they got them, they want you to know that
they're being
you
noticed.
know that, hey, those shoes you look good in them shoes. Because the women think like that. Women are like, you know what? I got $50. I got a gas bill that's $49.95, but I got a pair of pumps over here that are $46.75. I'm gonna buy the pumps and see what happens. You got to let them know, hey, it was worth it. Buy the pumps. I love them shoes on you.
Hi, can I have your number? Well, I have a boyfriend. Oh, that's great. How long have you guys been together? Well, we can still be friends, right? I don't know. What, are you not allowed to have friends? I mean, is that kind of relationship you have? You can't have a friend as a guy? I'm sure he meets other women. And then, you know, like those are I just, you know, overcame 3 different things. I have a boyfriend. I don't know if I can have friends. And, you know, I don't even know if I should be talking to you. Well, what's the harm in talking to me? You know, like you might not even be with this guy a year from now. Aren't you going to be happy that you had my number in your phone? That if things don't work out, hey, you still have a friend here. You know what I mean?
Most, like I said, every guy, they're focused on their beauty. They'll come, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're such pretty eyes. Your lips are luscious. They hear that all the time. Get to know their brain. That's the biggest stimulant in the world.
Okay.
You get in the girl's head, and then you can go anywhere.
Never heard that. Well, I've heard the brain is the biggest sexual organ. But say that again?
Yeah, like they're inside their head, it's like that's the biggest stimulant. You get in there, you turn that on, then everything else flows from there. Because, like, you know, I talk to so many girls, and like I said, I ask them, you know, how was it tonight? What happened? And they complain about so much stuff, about all the stuff that guys do, and try to get to talk to them or get to know them. And it's just over and over and so monotonous that, you know, no one really gets to know them. They lust after them, but they don't want to get to know them. You get to know them, and then you can go anywhere from there.
Confidence, obviously something comes from inside. You know, I feel, I can only use myself as a real good example, or, you know, not necessarily a real good example, but as an example.
Well, you're on this list, okay? You're on my list right now, 20 guys that I've come across that I think it's a real good example.
Confidence for me comes from everything I've done in my life. I had confidence when I was a little kid. You do a sport and, you know, maybe in the beginning you didn't have a lot of confidence, you're a little bit timid. Again, the experience, getting out there, doing it, using your brain, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, it makes you more confident. More and more experience being out doing these things gets you confident. I surf a lot. You get good at surfing, you're a confident surfer. You do approach and talk to girls. With me, when I speak with girls and stuff, I don't really go up with like I've got a line that I approach them with.
You just said something that most people don't say. You said, when I speak with women, whereas most guys say, when I'm trying to speak to a woman. So they're on a subconscious level, there's a sort of a union there. You're speaking with them. It's more of a connection compared to speaking to them as there's something separate from you.
Yeah, I consider, you know, girls are friends and girls are lovers and girls are intriguing and wonderful beings, you know. So I enjoy talking to girls, and I don't approach them like I've got to change who I am to be around them. I like to just engage them.
If you'd like to hear more of these interviews, become a member of the Master Circle Membership Club and learn from the best men I have ever met in regards to becoming more successful with women. If you want to learn more, go to hypnotica.org for more information. Enjoy.